So are you moving to the Atlanta area and you're looking for a neighborhood that's fairly central to the city and your budget's in the 600 to 800K price point? Well, one neighborhood you might want to consider is Lindridge-Martin Manor. I'm going to tell you all about this neighborhood, show you some home examples, so stick around. We're going to talk all about living in Lindridge-Martin Manor right now. Okay, so you're moving to Atlanta and Lindridge-Martin Manor. What is this neighborhood all about? Let me show you where this is on the map to get started for us. You're gonna see it's just a little bit north of the center of the city. It's just under I-85, kind of south of Buckhead and north of the Emory area. So this is a great place to live, especially if you live over in, or if you work for Emory or even in the Buckhead area. And granted, even in Midtown, it's not going to take you very long to get to any of these spots. So drive times, you're looking at about 11 minutes to Midtown, 15 minutes to the downtown area. The airport is 30 minutes, Buckhead is 10 minutes, and like I said, Emory, a 10-minute drive. This is a really great centrally located neighborhood. I would describe it as cozy. It's not a huge neighborhood. I think a lot of the neighbors know each other. They're out walking. In fact, right before I popped out of my car to start talking, there were like 3 different couples walking their dog just along this street. So I think, you're gonna find a good mix of people that live here. And like I said, it's just very close access to anywhere else in the city. You have easy access to I-85, Highway 400. So if you're commuting for work, and you still want to be in the city, this is a great spot to live in. So I'm just going to walk down one of these streets, and as I'm walking down, the median sales price for a home in this neighborhood is $563,000. So I would say, if you have a budget of 600 to 800K, you could definitely find a home in here. You're going to find a lot of ranch style homes. Some are a little bit older like this. Some have been more updated. And I'm starting to see a lot more newer construction homes pop up in this neighborhood. Like, look behind me right here. You've got kind of this newer craftsman style. So those are going to cost you a little bit more. The highest sale price I saw recently was $1.35 million. So that kind of gives you a range of homes that you can find in this area. Again, some are going to be smaller ranch bungalow styles, maybe a little funky, versus you can get like this brand new beautiful home. Look at this one, like this one. So this one, if you put this in a different location, it would probably cost even 1.5 times more. So that's one great thing about this neighborhood, is that the values are just a slightly different, slightly lower than what you'd find in some of the other neighboring neighborhoods. Now, why is that? I think maybe it's just because I-85 is right here at the edge of this neighborhood. You can hear that traffic noise just a little bit. The schools are, I feel like the school systems have changed in this neighborhood. Don't quote me though, but the schools that are zoned to this neighborhood are Garden Hills, Sutton Middle School, and North Atlanta High School. And they're actually pretty good schools. They're not like top baller, high, 10 ranking, but they're pretty decent. So just go online and check and see if that is a school that would be suitable for your needs if you're wanting to know more about schools. And maybe, a lot of these homes used to be small, kind of quirky homes, which a lot of have been torn down and rebuilt with some newer style homes. So I think that is just slowly progressing. 4th of July was just here, and I'm laughing because there's a bunch of 4th of July firework trash here on the side of the road. So this area is really just a neighborhood. Now I will show you what there is in this neighborhood. There is a park, so I will walk to that next and talk to you a little bit about some walking trails. So if you like that, well, this neighborhood has it. Okay, so I'm in the Lindridge-Martin Manor's park called Armand Park, and you can see there is a cute little playground equipment, not a ton, but it is something. There's a little bit of green space, with some place for your dog to roam around. I almost stepped in some dog poop, to be honest with you. I hope it doesn't rain on me. It's been on and off rainy this summer. But what I wanted to tell you about, that if you do like some nature trail walking, that kind of thing, you can pop right here at the end of this park. And by the way, this park is kind of at the end of this neighborhood. You can pop onto this trail. It's called the Cheshire Farm Nature Trail, and it's a little over a mile. It'll take you up under the I-85 bridge, and then it'll loop you right back around to Cheshire Bridge Road. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that you could connect over to the Path 400 trail. And this Path 400 trail is about a 5.2 mile one-way stretch that goes up Highway 400 up into Buckhead, up to I think like Wyuka Road. So you could certainly hop on your bike and get a good bike ride in, or if you like to run, you can certainly run. Now this does run along a creek, and that's another thing in this neighborhood, because there are some creeks that run along the edge of this neighborhood. Some homes are in a flood zone. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but let me walk a little bit of this trail so you can see what that looks like. One thing about this neighborhood is that you can find some really good, decent sized lots. So like, for example, look behind me here. You can hardly even see the homes, but there's 3 ranch homes right here on really deep, long lots. And then right behind me, you got this newer construction traditional home behind me. This one's not on a smaller lot. So really you can get some variety here. You won't have to pay quite of an arm and a leg that you would in other areas of town. You do hear the traffic noise just a little bit, I-85. It's not loud though. I could put up with it. So just giving you my honest feedback here on this neighborhood. Let's keep going. All right, I'm going to show you just a couple of home examples in this neighborhood. And hey, if you're thinking about making a move to the Atlanta area and you need help with your future home search, shoot me up, hit me up with a text, an email, or a phone call. I'm here to help you find a home here in the Atlanta that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So make sure you're reaching out to me. We can have a quick conversation of what you like, what you don't like. And I can usually pinpoint some areas that I think might be suitable for you, but all my contact information is down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can follow along on everything that I post about living in the Atlanta area. Okay, so here's my home example for you. It's right behind me. This is on the lower end for this neighborhood. It's a cool kind of mid-century modern vibe home. It is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 baths, and it is just over 1,500 square feet. It sold for $475,000. Now it does need some love. It's got like the grandma kitchen or grandma bathroom tile, like the Pepto-Bismol and the mint green. You know what I'm talking about? But with a little bit of TLC, you can really make this home a really cute, you know, home that you're gonna love. And yeah, so you're gonna find a lot of these smaller ranch home styles in this neighborhood, but like I said, some newer new builds in this area. They just keep popping up in this area. I'm trying to hurry up because I think it's going to downpour here at any moment. There was some thunder. Let me see if I can get to my next home example. I'll show you something that's a little bit more pricey and more updated. Okay, I had to take like a 3-hour break because you're not gonna believe how much it stormed. It was lightning, thundering, pouring down rain. So real quick, this is my home example for you. Ah! So I went home, had a lunch break, came back out, and now it is like blazing hot, but I'm going to get this video done. So where I left off was I wanted to show you a home example on the higher price range for this neighborhood. This is an updated ranch. It is right behind me. Nice yard, a great curb appeal. It sold for $732,000. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It has a finished basement, just over 2,600 square feet. Beautifully updated house throughout. It has quartz countertops, a custom hood vent, refinished hardwood floors. It has a screened in porch, lovely backyard, So there you go. There's an example of one that has been beautifully updated. Now, one thing I mentioned is that, you know, there are certain parts of this neighborhood that are in a flood zone. Not the end of the world, but you just kind of have to be careful if you're looking at a home that is next to a creek. It could be in a flood zone and you would have to get some flood insurance. I saw one home that was for sale. They disclosed that, hey, the current homeowner's flood insurance is $2,000. I'm not saying that's the quote for every home, but on that particular home, so that gives you kind of an idea of what you might have to pay if you get a home in a flood zone. But I'm going to walk over to Lindridge Drive. I'm just around the corner from it. This is a road that kind of splits this neighborhood in half. It is a cut-through road. It is a very busy road. So that's just an FYI. If you are looking at a home that's for sale on Lindridge, it'll probably look cute, but that's the catch. It's on a really busy road and the price is probably more attractive to other homes you're seeing that are more further in the neighborhood. So I want you to be careful of that, but let me walk up and show you what this road looks like and then we'll go from there. So now I'm on Lindbergh Drive, and this is the main cut through I was telling you about. It's a pretty fast moving street. I think the speed limit is 35, 45, something in there. I feel like people are going 60, but it's just because I'm walking. And you're gonna notice this is like the only sidewalk here in the Lindridge-Martin Manor neighborhood. Everything else is just streets. So I just wanted you to be aware, you know, if you are looking at a home that is on this street, it's definitely very, very busy. So now I've showed you the neighborhood. Let me take a little cruise around the neighborhood, and then I'll tell you about, you know, what's around here for shopping wise, grocery stores, and that kind of thing. I wanted to show you what's at the southern side of this neighborhood. You're going to run into Cheshire Bridge, which is a very fast-moving road. This will take you all the way over to Piedmont Park. It's probably a couple of miles. But I will say this intersection of Lindbergh Drive and Cheshire Bridge Road, it's not the sightliest. You get some abandoned buildings. There's a car tune-up place. There's a Waffle House, some tattoo shops. It's very noisy, as you can see. Catty corner from this, you are going to hit a Publix. That's one of your closest grocery stores. There's a Publix. There's the original Pancake House. You can go grab pancakes. But that's where you're going to find along this side. Now I'm going to scoot over to the other side of the neighborhood. That would be the northern end. And that's going to be more of a Target, Home Depot, that kind of stuff. So let me go show you that section next. So as you can see on the northern side of the Lindridge-Martin Manor neighborhood, there is this whole strip mall area. It's a very commercialized space with lots of stores and lots of apartment buildings, all clustered here between Piedmont and like Highway 400, kind of roughly. So this is kind of like the middle point between Buckhead and Midtown. So if you live in Lindridge-Martin Manor, you're probably going to be coming here a lot for your shopping needs. There's the Target. Believe it or not, it is just below this parking deck. You see where this Best Buy is and this Ashley Furniture Store. It's right under me, which is always I thought was weird that they have a Target that is in a lower parking deck, like you can't see it from the outside. But there's a Home Depot, there's a Home Goods, I shop there a lot. There's the Kroger, and there's also a MARTA. It's called the Lindbergh Station. It is just across Piedmont a little way. So if you're looking for, you know, commuting options, the Lindbergh MARTA station is your closest one. It's not too far. There's also this store called The Dump. They like sell furniture there like once a week or something. I will say, if you drive by there on any random day, you're gonna find a lot of people just kind of standing around, milling around, wondering what's going on. Those people are kind of like undocumented immigrant workers. They've been there for years and years and years. They're just looking for daytime work. So people come and pick them up for a day and have them do odd jobs. So if you get alarmed by that, don't worry about it. They're pretty harmless. They're just looking for work. So that is this whole area in a nutshell, and you go a couple miles north and you're in the prime Buckhead shopping area. So Lindridge-Martin Manor is actually a very centrally located area, kind of between Midtown and Buckhead, very close to get to all those things without having to pay like a Buckhead price tag. So there you go, guys. That is my tour of the Lindridge-Martin Manor neighborhood. I hope this was helpful for you. Man, it went from like dark, cloudy, stormy to hot, blazing sunny. So, you know, I'm here for it all. So I hope this was helpful for you. Until next time, you guys, if you are making a move to Atlanta, whether it's tomorrow or next year, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Can't wait to hear from you and help you out. But now I'm going to go home and cool off a little bit. So I'll see you around the neighborhood.